Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We got so much to go through and this has just dropped 12 minutes ago. This is Paul Heyman on his private jet. This is after what went down on Monday Night Raw, so let's check this out.
It's Wrestlemania week. It's off to a banging start, isn't it?
There we go. Pretty simple message from Paul Heyman. You can tell he's not in a good place. So, Jang Tae-sang, thank you. This is why Roman Reigns shoving Paul Heyman down at the end of Raw. Obviously making it very clear that their relationship has kind of really fallen apart. I don't know that it's completely over. I don't know that it's completely the end of the road. But certainly feels like there are things that need to be worked on if they are going to continue working together. Yeah, this was a big moment. We actually did a separate video on it, as well as that, of course, Seth coming down, hitting Roman with that chair. Kind of a callback to the Shield splitting up. So we did a separate video on this. And that's already on the channel, so if you want to kind of dig into where that story could be going, some of the options on the table, what people are saying, and some of the reaction, like, it's all in that video. So that literally just dropped, so I thought we would take a look at that. We might as well continue with Raw, actually, and then we'll do the WWE folder after. So, Demon, shout out to you, said, I've not seen this at a live event. This was always at live events. I don't know, and I was under the impression that they maybe stopped including this message, because considering the amount of footage that goes online, I just sort of presume they stopped with this message. So it's very interesting to see that it says no video recordings or streaming of this event is permitted, and that includes cell phones. Failure to comply will subject you to ejection. They used to actually announce that before the show began. They would announce it in London, and when I went to NXT UK shows, they would announce it as well. Honestly, this is all like before the pandemic, though. I mean, I've not been to any shows since the pandemic, but I just sort of presumed they'd moved away from this, considering the amount of footage that actually goes onto social media. So very interesting to see that, no, that's still a message they've got. So, Damon, thank you. Logan's B, so Karrion Kross's tights were made by the same person that makes AJ Styles tights. Apparently that was mentioned by Michael Cole on commentary, and that really passed me by. I think there was some real layers to this match. There's lots of stuff that's gone down in this match that has really kind of caught people's attention. It really feels like Karrion is trying to fire up AJ Styles. I think he's really trying to ignite that fire and make sure that we get the old AJ back and that he goes on to beat Logan Paul. There's actually a very passionate promo from Karrion in this video that we will take a look at later. He kind of really lays it all out, but we're going to be talking quite a bit about this match in this video because there's quite a lot have been tagged in. Muggsy said, it's definitely Chad that's El Grande. His hand was busted and he didn't wrap it up. So there's another picture here, a more clear image. You can see a mark there, which people are thinking he suffered when he was El Grande Americano. I actually don't know the spot that may have injured El Grande Americano's hand. But people are using that now, and I've seen it kind of doing the rounds on social media. People saying, you know, he wasn't in a match. So the fact he's got this mark, this scrape, the fact he busted his hand and he wasn't even in a match, people are thinking that is clear proof that Chad Gable is actually, and this is going to be a shock, is actually El Grande Americano. Right, Trenton, shout out to you. So a Raw sign, I will dump my husband for Roman. So there we go. I'd imagine quite a few women, and I would say some men as well, probably feel this way. So, yeah, that's a fun sign. There was a few fun signs. I saw this one as well. Johnny, this financially ruined me. Pretty much everyone can have that sign at WrestleMania this weekend, considering the prices. Johnny, shout out to you. So Bayley tweeted this moment out, look, where she's getting slapped around and she lashes back out at Liv. Liv just gets up and boots her. So there is a wonderful pettiness here. It's kind of like a younger and older brother or a younger and older sister. So there we go. So Bayley tweeting that clip out. Johnny enjoying that. Mayor Pete was actually at Raw and can give us a glimpse of what you would get with the VIP package. So this is really interesting. So Mayor Pete, over to you.
All right, here's a look at the Road to WrestleMania chair from Sacramento tonight. It also came with, and this is the first time where I've sat ringside and gotten the chair and the premium VIP package. You have to pick out a autographed photo. So I picked Gunther. The other options were, I think, EO, AJ Styles, and I think Austin Theory. You also get this interesting VIP universe book, which has like photos. I guess you can get autographs in them, but it's also got these cool kind of animated style things. Here's the Wyatts. That's pretty cool. And that looks like it's it. So yeah. Kind of cartoon style art. That's all.
Very cool. Mayor Pete, shout out to you. VIP universe. Mayor Pete is part of the VIP universe. Check you out. Some of us are just part of the WWE universe, but some of us out there are part of the VIP universe. Very good. Thank you, my friend. I hope you had a great time. Wrestle Night, thank you. So here, Chenman saying, Karrion continues to impress with his attention to detail tonight. His gear told a story. It was mirroring AJ's old injury as well to fire him up. He's playing the long game by sacrificing himself for a bigger cause. Basically, Karrion is pushing AJ to beat Logan at WrestleMania. Not sure what the long game is, but I'm loving the ride. The crowd got more into it as the match went on, drawn in by Kross's storytelling. So this bit here where AJ's about to hit that phenomenal forearm, Karrion actually puts his arms behind his back and really takes the bullet so that AJ gets the win and then hopefully goes into that WrestleMania match with a bit more confidence. He is kind of trying to kind of help AJ in a way, but we don't know what his motives are. It could be that he's trying to get AJ to get a win against Logan and maybe embrace a darker side. Maybe he's hoping to join forces with him. Perhaps he's thinking if he can unlock the AJ of old and find a way of aligning with that AJ of old, perhaps it would be a big boost, a big help to Karrion's career. Don't know. I agree. I'm not sure what the end game is, but this is how he was standing with his arms behind his back as that phenomenal forearm came in and very much sacrificed himself, was wearing gear made by the same person that makes AJ Styles gear. We've spoken in the past as well about how his hair was kind of very similar. It was down, it was long, it was very similar, it was very reflective of AJ's hair. So his attention to detail is very, very impressive. Now, this goes for 2 minutes 41. We're not going to watch all of it because it's a bit too long, but we can kind of skip halfway through, catch the tail end of it. He says, this is bigger than just a match. I hope everyone realizes that. So he is actually saying here about how AJ needs to go on to beat Logan and how that he hadn't had a singles match since July. And so to lose it is very disappointing. But there is a bigger thing at stake. And of course, he's talking about AJ Styles going on to beat Logan. And we do get a bit of an explanation as to why he's so desperate for AJ to beat Logan. So let's play this, but we'll skip to about halfway through.
You will always be that guy. We are everything we have ever done in our lives. This whole change thing, change does not mean you unbecome something. We are everything we've ever done in this life. These people will let it go because they just want violence. I don't know why I'm the only guy who's figured that out around here. Please, AJ, do what needs to be done tomorrow. Do what needs to be done the next day, and the day after that, and after that, until you get to Mania, and then moving forward. Because you winning at Mania represents so much more than you understand. All of us in the locker room, everything we've been through to get here and say we are WWE superstars, it has to mean something, man. It has to mean something, and it's on you. And if you lose, then maybe we all should have been YouTube stars. It's on you, AJ. I need you to make me believe I didn't subject myself to 11 years of this for nothing. You want real, Alan? It's real. Now it's real. Time for you to be real at WrestleMania.
Wow. He's brilliant, isn't he? He really is brilliant. I mean, for him to say, you know, I don't want all this time to mean nothing. Maybe we should have just been YouTube stars. I mean, he is really adding to the intrigue of that match. He's adding to that match more than, dare I say, Logan has added to that match. Maybe even more than AJ has added to that match. Like, I think the idea of the great, the phenomenal AJ Styles losing to Logan Paul, and actually what would that mean for wrestling if one of wrestling's very best can't even beat a YouTuber? You know, it's very interesting. Hence why Karrion sacrifices himself so that AJ gets momentum. The all-important momentum. So, yeah, I'd love to have listened to all of that, but we are a little push for time. So, Uma Fraz, shout out to you, my friend. Quite a lot of people tagging me in that. This was just a fun little moment. So it did seem a bit like he was sandbagging him. Here, look. He's kind of really having to work to get him up and then plant him down. Goes for the cover. AJ kicks out.
AJ Styles has WrestleMania.
I wish Pat wasn't talking all over that, but he does say, are you trying to sandbag me, AJ? If you sandbag someone, you kind of go dead weight. And so it makes it harder to, like, pick people up. It makes it harder to kind of do moves and stuff like that. So just interesting that he says, are you trying to sandbag me, AJ? So there we go. Muggsy, shout out to you. Q Hicks said Cena wants to ruin wrestling. Seth wants to save it. There's something there, says Q Hicks. And look at this. I mean, this got tagged in this 32 minutes ago. This picture is bonkers. This looks like one of those pictures before Raw where we've actually got, like, the commentators being spoken to, Prime Hydration Station. The ring is the same with the same sponsors. It looks like AJ and Karrion going through their rehearsals. You know, you can kind of spot the odd wrestler that's around, but this is basically rehearsal. This is basically the wrestlers kind of putting together what they're going to do later that night. I think that's Michael P.S. Hayes that I can spot over there. I think, is that Bobby Roode? Bobby Roode here, sorry, on the outside. And as we said, that's AJ, that's Karrion, kind of going through a couple of things. And so, yeah, this is like one of those pictures that sometimes leaks out. Very rarely actually leaks out, but sometimes leaks out, because this is the kind of thing that wrestlers and WWE really don't like coming out. This is them basically going through their rehearsal. So, yeah, this getting uploaded to this account a couple of hours ago, and Brady tagging me in it like 32 minutes ago. Fascinating picture, that. Right, yeah, Jey coming through and not yeeting. I think it was quite good, though, that he made it very clear he does want people to yeet. I mean, he was on the table, and before he cut his promo, he was like, do it again, play it again, and he got them to do the song again. He didn't join in with it, but he was kind of, in a way, still actively encouraging it. Even Michael Cole on commentary was like, can you imagine when 60,000 are going to be yeeting away this weekend? So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying something quite interesting. And I hope it works for them. I said during the watch along, it's quite brave, because they're trying to have Jey be really focused. They're trying to have him wearing black. He doesn't have yeet on his shirt and all the color and everything. He's wearing black. He's not yeeting. He's not grabbing a kid from the crowd and doing it with them. You know, they are trying to get him to be really dialed in, really focused. And that's kind of mentally where he needs to be in order to take on Gunther. But the reason why I say it's brave is because are you sending a message to people that Jey doesn't want you yeeting anymore? Like, you know, Jey's not doing it anymore. So people watching this, it's been 2 weeks now where Jey has not done it. If he comes out at WrestleMania, I've got no doubt WWE are going to want that visual of everyone doing it. But with Jey not doing it, you're kind of asking people to do something Jey's not doing anymore. So I thought it was very interesting, but I thought they did an okay job of still trying to encourage the yeets. Finally, in this folder as well, just this moment. So here you can see Bayley going for the pin, Raquel coming around, trying to get the foot on the rope. Absolutely no joy whatsoever. I mean, the referee, I think, was still distracted by Raquel's outside interference. But, you know, the foot is not on the rope. Really, he should have counted the 3. So here, 1, 2. I mean, that foot is not on the rope at all. She's too far away from the rope. So Raquel tries to get the foot on the rope to make the save, but she's too far away from it. And so her foot is not on there. So 1, 2, 3. And you can see that the foot actually misses the rope. He should have counted that 3, really. But, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. But just a fun little moment towards the end of this match. And all the matches were okay, to be honest. Matches were fine on Raw. Just a bit disappointing we didn't get more like OMG moments, any kind of final real twists or turns. Really, the big thing was in that main event, you know, the Paul Heyman segment. So that was Raw. Let's go WWE, quite a bit in this folder. So Christopher, shout out to you. So those in WWE that Dave Meltzer spoke to have confirmed that Jeff Cobb is going to be starting soon. And the only thing said was that he's not going to be Randy's opponent at WrestleMania. Jeff Cobb is, you know, big, strong. He's kind of like that Bronson Reed type, Jacob Fatu type. So I don't know quite where he's going to go. I don't know if he goes main roster or if he goes to NXT first. But yeah, apparently he'll be starting soon. Okay, Christopher again, thank you. Randy said he would like to sign another 5-year contract. Randy signed a 5-year deal in 2024, so that'll take him to the age of 49. He said if all goes well, he would like to keep going till he's 54. And he would end up having a 34-year career with the company. That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy. Sean Ross Sapp just posting that Mattel and WWE have renewed their global license. So that means that this has extended, multi-year extension, which is brilliant news because I know there's so many fans of the work that Mattel are doing. I mean, they've been together now for 15 years. This partnership started in 2010. I think it started 2009 maybe, but the first figures were 2010. And so, you know, here we are all these years later, and now they've signed an extension, which is brilliant news. Okay, this promo from Roman really got people's attention. I don't know that we'll get a chance to play all of it, but we can certainly get stuck into a chunk of it.
It's funny how much a year can change. This time last year I was untouchable. I should have tightened my grip around this company's neck. It was a wise man that taught me diplomacy. You gotta think politically. I try to help everyone. Most of them don't understand what a helping hand really looks like, what that really feels like. And what do I get for it? Netflix. TKO. The mainstream. $billion deals. And somehow I'm out on my ass. I lift everybody up and somehow no one's got enough respect to just be true to their tribal chief. My father didn't agree with me. He used to say, son, why do you care if they respect you? Why do you care if they acknowledge your talent and your contribution? That's nice, man.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Although my favorite bit is when he's like, billion-dollar deals, all this work I've done. What do I get for it? Netflix. I was like, oh, you got Netflix. I did. I did like that. That's not bad. You got Netflix for free. Well, that's all right. Mitchell, shout out to you. Triple H says the internet and complaining it's not real life. He said the internet is not real life, and I'm not going to use the language. The complaining that's on there, it's not real life. You could read the internet and it'll sound like this thing is dead. I'll use Cody as an example. Cody's already jumped the shark. He's dead as a babyface. Cody goes, really? I don't know. I'm in an arena with 10, 15,000 people every night. They're going apeshiz for me. I'm selling the most merch, but sure, whatever you want to say on the internet. That's the golden rule. It's just an opinion of a few people. I sort of agree with Triple H in the sense of, I sort of feel like if he was not hurt by those comments, I don't know he would word it this way. I think the comments he sees annoys him and upsets him, and I think this is why we've got so many strong words being used, right, in this quote. So I think it irritates him, right, what he sees on the internet. But I think people are also entitled to their opinions, and people are allowed to express their opinions. And, if they feel that Cody thing isn't working, they've got a right to say that. And if enough people feel that way, they've got a right to say that. And so I think he needs to be aware as to kind of what's being said. I don't think it would be wise to just completely ignore all of what's said on social media. Social media is obviously very powerful, very influential, but it's also not everyone. So we know that the IWC, the internet wrestling community, that only makes up a very small percentage of wrestling fans. The majority of wrestling fans, and I know this from, my own life, are people that go to work, look forward to watching the show, come back, watch the show, then they watch another show, then they'll do a bit of work or play a game, or then they might have a chat with a friend about it, but they don't interact on Twitter. They don't kind of go on to social media to talk about the shows. And there's a lot of people. It's hard to kind of understand the amount of people that don't do that because you just don't see them or hear from them. But there is a lot of people that live that way, and I lived that way for a long time. So, yeah, I do agree with him that, what happens on social media and what's said on social media is opinions, but it's not the entirety of the story. But I do still think he was upset by this with some of the language that's used in that quote. So, Mitchell, shout out to you. 10 Count Media, Steve Fall said, WWE just dropped a major announcement. There's going to be 10 editions of Raw and SmackDown that are hitting cities across the US and Canada. One date that really stands out is July 7th in Rhode Island. It's just a short drive from Connecticut, where the rumored WWE Evolution event is said to be going down 2 days before. So, according to this, July 7th, we're at Rhode Island for Raw. July 11th, we're in Tennessee for SmackDown. July 14th, we're in Birmingham, Alabama for Raw. July 18th, San Antonio, Texas for SmackDown. July 21st, Houston, Texas for Raw. July 25th, we're in Cleveland, Ohio for SmackDown. July 28th, Detroit, Michigan for Raw. August 8th, we're in Montreal, Canada. That's interesting that we go to Canada. And then on August 11th, Quebec City, Canada. Quebec City. And August 15th, Boston for SmackDown at the TD Garden. So, wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. James tagged me in this. I thought this was really interesting. So, this is from WrestleNomics, and it is WrestleMania and highest gates in pro wrestling history. So, these are the highest all-time single-day pro wrestling gates. So, WrestleMania AT&T Stadium, 2016 did 17.3. If you adjust for inflation, it actually gets you to 23 million. If we have a look at last year, night 2, that did 20.3. Last year, night 1 did 19.3. You got to remember that is just a one-day WrestleMania. Some of these are 2-day WrestleManias, of course. But here you can see a breakdown of some of the biggest single-day gates in the history wrestling, and very, very interesting. I mean, it's WrestleMania, 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 WrestleMania. Then we've got a New Japan WCW show from 1995. I think that might be Collision in Korea, is it? Royal Rumble from earlier this year, 2025 Royal Rumble, that high. Then it's WrestleMania. I think that's day one of Collision in Korea. Then it's WrestleMania from 2013. We've got Inoki's retirement in 98 at the Tokyo Dome. WrestleMania 30 is here. Some more New Japan shows. Tokyo Dome shows. All in Wembley from 2023 is there. So, yeah, really interesting. You can see, look at this. WrestleMania Gate ticket sales. So this is how much they made on ticket sales. Look at that for last year. Look at that. So that is, I'm guessing, 39 million, I'm guessing. 39 million. That is going to be night one and night two and fees and inflation. So there we go, 39. You go all the way back. So obviously there was only one night for WrestleMania 1. Adjusted for inflation, it made about 1.5 million. Look at WrestleMania 6, really standing out that. That was when we were in Canada. That was Warrior Hogan. Look at that. It really stands out, WrestleMania 6. In fact, WrestleMania 6 isn't beaten until WrestleMania 23. In fact, it's not even beaten then. WrestleMania 24 in Florida, the Floyd Mayweather one. It doesn't get beaten until then. When you add inflation, right? It's crazy, isn't it? I really could break that down and really study that even more. I think that's a fascinating. So, yeah, James, thank you. Very interesting. Right, Logan's B said, whoever does the marketing for WWE doesn't like McIntyre. He's been left off the PLE poster again. Instead, Nia Jax is on there. To be honest with you, I think what happens is they do this in advance. I think they know, like, to use the big names, the kind of people that are getting TV time. I don't know that they know all of the matches that are going to happen. I don't know if they know any of the matches that are going to happen. But they know that Cena's going to be there, Io's going to be there, Bianca's going to be there, Rhea's going to be there, Charlotte's going to be there, Seth's going to be there, Gunther's going to be there, Rey Mysterio will be there, Jey Uso will be there. You can sort of look at these and go, yeah, makes sense. All of these should be there. They've gone with Nia, and Nia is obviously not on that card. And for some reason, they didn't think to include Drew. So, yeah, I never know how much marketing are aware of. I don't think they know as much as we think they do. Because I don't think WWE wants, like, spoilers getting out there. So I think they're very protective over information. So normally it's just an array of top stars, really. So I don't think it's, like, anything more than that. But you could still make the argument, even not knowing the card, they should still have put Drew on there. Right, here is Rowan, who posted this illuminated cavern. So, I mean, that kind of goes back all the way to the Nightbird, doesn't it? When we were in the cave. And they were, like, having projections onto the wall of the cavern. So, I don't know. Is he saying he's back in the cavern at the moment? Is that how he's feeling? Is this even Wyatt 6 related? Don't know. Space Fam, shout out to you. So Randy Orton says his heart breaks for Kevin Owens. He has set Owens up for a second opinion. So Edward, shout out to you. So yeah, apparently he said he's really sorry to, hear what's happened with Kevin. He said if we can be serious for a second. He said he's actually set him up with a second opinion, someone that he's worked with before. So, don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not looking good for Kevin. And wishing him all the very best. OTC said he literally predicted it. So here's a little clip from an interview Roman did, looks like a couple of years ago now, with Daniel Cormier, talking about how savage he's going to be when if he loses everything.
Imagine when I don't have nothing. Imagine how bad this play is. Imagine it when I'm really pissed off. You know what I mean? Like, this is the aggression and this is the attitude you have to carry to maintain, to be a bigger dog than everybody. To be the biggest shark, this is the attitude I carry, the way I handle my affairs. This is what has to be. But imagine if I didn't have the way to. Imagine if I just didn't care. What would happen?
He'd be in trouble, huh?
It'd be scary. He couldn't control it. There would be no political moves. It'd just be savagery the whole time. Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah, Imagine if I have nothing, there would be no political moves. It would just be savagery the whole time. Cody Rhodes has been announced for Friday's SmackDown as well. So we know that John Cena is going to be on that card. Cody is going to be there as well. Right, did we do WrestleMania week? No, we need to do this. Look at that. I got tagged in this loads. Wrestle Knight said, check out this WrestleMania briefcase. It's actually very cool if you play poker. I agree. It looks really smart, that. No idea how much it is. I bet it's expensive, but it looks really, really nice, doesn't it? So, very cool. WrestleMania 41 poker set. Roman Reigns, SEN. This is the full WrestleMania weekend show. So I can pause it. It's got Pacific time. It's got Eastern time. If you're in the UK, add 5 hours to Eastern time, and that will give you the time that you need. But we've done one of these shows. Obviously, we've got NXT. That is coming up. I forgot about the WrestleMania kickoff, actually. I completely forgot about that they'll do a kickoff show on Friday. So, okay. And we got SmackDown, Hall of Fame, Stand and Deliver, countdown show for WrestleMania Saturday. Then we've got the Slammies on the Sunday, but we don't know the time yet. Then we've got the countdown to WrestleMania Sunday. Then we got Raw after Mania. Then we got NXT after Mania, which I believe is in Las Vegas. And then SmackDown after Mania, but we'll be well past WrestleMania by that point. As well as that, of course, we got WWE World, where there'll be loads of like panels with information coming out. There's going to be loads of like footage and like exhibitions, Mattel showing off new figures. So we've got all of that happening like from WWE World as well. I'm sure there's going to be loads of interviews, superstars getting out there being interviewed. So, oh my God, there's so much on the way. Taker 1990 said, I believe Superstars on the Superstar row is free. Now, this is really interesting. So, you know, we've been talking about going to WWE World, or if you go into WWE World, how expensive it can be. Well, Taker 1990 is under the impression, and I don't know if this is true, but here, look, it says paid, and then it says Superstar row. So is it a case that if you're on this Superstar row, it's free? You just join the queue and you get to like meet these people for free? I hope so, because I think that would be really good, so that you could actually get chance to meet some wrestlers, even if like budget is a bit tight. I think that would be really, really good. So look at some of the names. So we got The Riz from NXT. We've got Alba Fire from The Secret Harvest, American Made, Andrade, Berto, B-Fab, Anthony Luke, who I believe is like LFG, kind of Evolve level, Angel, Braden Ray, who I think might be LFG, Brooks Jensen, Carlito, Carmelo Hayes, Stax, Charles Robinson, the ref, Charlie Dempsey, Cruz Del Toro from LWO, Gigi Dolan, Fallon Henley, NXT Talents, Dragon Lee, Danny Sekleski, LFG maybe, Hank Walker, Harlem Lewis, we've seen on Evolve, Hank is from Hank and Tank, Ivy Nile, of course, Izzy Dame from NXT, Javon Evans, NXT, Jasmine Nix, Fatal Influence, Jakara Jackson, Metaphor, JC Jane, Fatal Influence, Wild, LWO, Carmen Petrovich, NXT, Katana from Caden and Katana, and Caden, Lash Legend, Metaphor, Lexis King, NXT, Lola Vice, NXT, Meechin, Miles Bourne, No Quarter Catch Crew, Nico Vance, The Culling, Penina, don't know, I'm guessing LFG, which is a show I've still yet to catch up with. Pete Dunne, of course, Piper Niven, Secret Harvest, Pretty Deadly, Santos Escobar, Sean Spears from The Culling, NXT, Shayna Baszler, Shiloh Hill, LFG, Tank from Hank and Tank, Tatum Paxley, Tavian Heights, Thea Hale, all NXT, Tony D'Angelo, Tyler Bates, Zoe Stark, Zarya, Ren Sinclair from No Quarter Catch Crew. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if you get to, like, meet these people for free, I think that's really cool. Certainly if you watch NXT, because the vast majority of these are NXT with a little bit of LFG talent in there. So, yeah, brilliant. I'm really pleased to know that if you go to WWE World, maybe there is a way of meeting people for free. Okay, Parker, Tiffy Time said, here's some extra shots. Now, this has done the rounds because you can see these are images of the stage at the moment. Still being constructed and put up and everything. So a lot of people saying, I mean, I really can't still make it out, but it does look like this stage is going to be like those plans, right? That's probably better there. You can see that's the top of the stage that we saw. Now we've got this big thing above. So it's kind of hard to make out, to be honest with you. But it gives you a glimpse. It gives you an idea, right? It gives you an idea as to what we're doing with the stage. But we do need some clearer images. So Malik said it kind of confirms that blueprint now. It does feel that way. Elite Rocker said, according to Fightful, there were internal discussions about Chelsea Green being the host of this year's WrestleMania, but those plans were apparently turned down. And apparently, I also heard, as of a few days ago, there's no plans for her to be at WrestleMania at all. I would have had her as the host. I know that it might be disappointing that the United States champion would be the host of WrestleMania, but if the alternative is that she's not going to be on that show at all, I'm pretty sure even Chelsea would take being the host over not being on the show at all. So, yeah, I would have had her as the host. I think you could have done some really fun stuff. So, All Game 17, thank you. And here, look, Allegiant Stadium said, we're counting down the days. It's WrestleMania week. So, let's go. It is getting closer. Okay, here, look, Shawn Michaels said, I can't believe he's my boss. I had to say yes. Just joking. He's my best friend, and it would be an honor to induct Triple H into the Hall of Fame. Was that good, boss? Hashtag nobody likes an ass kisser. So that was what Shawn said about agreeing to induct Triple H. Triple H responded, luckily for me, your speech game is better than your social media game. He cooked him. He did cook him. Right, Night Legacy, thank you. Here is a really heartwarming clip.
Hello, kids and our friends at Make-A-Wish. This is WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes. I have a very special announcement for you all today. On behalf of WWE and Make-A-Wish, you are going to WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas this April. This is the most exciting time of the year for WWE, and we can't wait.
WrestleLight, shout out to you. It kind of is a bit, isn't it? 2025, we're getting Sabrina Carpenter versus Cher at WrestleMania. So, two celebrity lookalikes. Dream match, actually. Dream match. So, there we go. Is there other? I think there is in a few bits. Oh, yeah, Triple H spoke about the time he almost walked out on Vince and quit because he had to work with Ahmed Johnson. I didn't realize Ahmed Johnson had such a bad reputation. But Triple H was like, he was rubbish. He had a bad attitude and he couldn't work. And I was out there trying to work with him. The referee I was given was not very good as well. And I went back to Vince and I was like, if you're going to stack the odds against me like that, where I've got someone I can't do anything with, a referee that's useless, I mean, I'm just done. You're not even allowing me to get over. You're not even allowing me to, do anything good here. And apparently Vince was like, yep, okay. And Triple H was like, I didn't really know how to respond to that. So I was like, good. But yeah, a really interesting story. He doesn't want to mention Ahmed's name, but they do kind of push him for it. And he does reveal that it was Ahmed Johnson, which honestly, I don't think I'd ever really heard before that Ahmed Johnson was like known as being like really rubbish in the ring. Right, check this move out. This really caught attention. Look at this. Bang. That was everywhere. The Undertaker loved this new finisher from LFG rookie Bailey Humphrey. Look at this again. Larry, thank you, my friend. Look at that. Oh, yeah, Shiloh Hill was mentioned on John Oliver last week tonight. I don't know, I didn't see the full clip. There's only a little 30 seconds. But he basically goes, this is Shiloh Hill, and his real name is Thunder Justice. He was like, why would you change your name from Thunder Justice? That's the most wrestler name I've ever heard. Shiloh's like, I did not expect to see myself getting flamed on British TV this morning. It's not British. This is on HBO in America. We do get it, but it's not British TV. It's kind of not the easiest show to find. But there we go. Johnny, shout out to you. And yeah, we've got that clip. So Ryder, thank you. I think I enjoyed it so much I put it in twice. I got tagged in it a few times. So there we go. Let's go over to Community. Dexter, shout out to you. Got a Kevin Owens finger head and a top picks. Oh, look at that. That's fun. I've not seen this figure yet, but there's CM Punk doing the go to sleep gesture. That's fun. So Dexter, shout out to you. Here's Mayor Pete. So Mayor Pete, these are some views or images of shots that were had. So there's Zoe coming down. There's Zoe Stark coming down. So Mayor Pete, God, you was really close to the barricades, weren't you, buds? Really close. He said, wearing a red jersey and a lucha mask. Keep your eyes peeled on the ramp. So, Mayor Pete, I hope you had a great time, buds. Edward said, picked up a few bits for my new wrestling man cave that is getting done next week. So we've got a Knuckle Cruncher Cody and a pop vinyl The Rock. So, Edward, enjoy those. World Hardcore Wrestling, picking up The Rock. You can actually get The Rock. This is him out of Hobbs and Shaw, but they did other ones as well. I think they did one of him out of Scorpion King. They also did one of Rowdy Roddy Piper out of They Live. So you can get some really good ones of those. Wendy Lucho said, I managed to get a mega box of Topps Chromes, and I got a numbered Hogan card. What's really cool as well is 1985 is the year of WrestleMania 1. So love that for you. Raymond, shout out to you. So Carmen Petrovich reposting from Raymond. Congrats. And Fiendish Howdy. All the stuff of Bray and Uncle Howdy that I now own. So look at all these masks and shirts and everything. So Fiendish Howdy, shout out to you, buds. Okay, let's go. Thanks and get out of here. So the Mano 420, shout out to you. Huddle Talk, shout out to you. Pray News the Sports, shout out to you. WWE Ethan, shout out to you. Big Bam, shout out to you. Tiffy Time, shout out to you. Raymond, shout out to you. Muggsy, shout out to you. Wrestling Junkie, shout out to you. Real Wrestling Fan, shout out to you. Our Wrestling Podcast, shout out to you, my friends. MLW Flash, shout out to you. Claire Webb, shout out to you. Wrestling's Biggest Fan, shout out to you. Kelly the Wise Lady. Jang Tae Sang, shout out to you. Casper, shout out to you. World Hardcore Wrestling, shout out to you. Daboomer65, shout out to you. Patrick Smith, shout out to you. Las Vegas Matt, shout out to you. CM Chunk, shout out to you. Jang Tae Sang, shout out to you. Larry, shout out to you. And Chris, shout out to you. Should I have said shout out to you just at the very end rather than after every name? Yes. Did I regret it about 3 in? Yes, I did. But once I'd committed, it felt rude to not see it through, to be honest. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate the support as always. We'll be back later with NXT and, of course, another episode of Unseen. Bye for now.